Have you ever said good luck to a friend when they were ready to play for class piano? One day, Edvard Grieg, the composer, was given a cloth frog from a little girl. So every time he would get ready to perform, he would take the cloth frog and he would say, "Good luck." And he would set it close to him, and he felt that it gave him good luck. Sometimes we have these kind of good luck charms, right? And we start out with just maybe one or two. The next thing you know, we think, but if I had more, I'd have better luck. I'd have more luck yet. Oh, I need more luck. I need more luck. The next thing you know, you've got so much luck that you can't even sit down to play. Well, good luck charms are not really what we want for performance. What we want is learning how to practice, to get the most of our practice so we know that we'll be good. We don't need good luck, and we don't need all our friends. But thank you, friends, for helping. The trick, though, is to prepare in a way that allows us to have a good experience without that good luck. So at this piece, first thing I do is to look through to see where the repetition occurs. So you notice here at the beginning, this melody line looks to be 4 measures. Does it repeat? Yes. This is an exact repetition, correct? The only thing that's different, look for that, and you see here, there's an extra note. So circle that. Otherwise, it's exactly the same. All right, then we have a little B section moving to somewhere else. Again, looking to see, is the 4 measures here exactly the same? Almost, right? That's a little bit different there. And the last measure is different. So circling, noticing the different spots. So really all I have to practice is 4 measures, noting that, 8 measures, noting this. So I really only have 8 measures to practice with this small little variation. The other thing is to notice what the basic harmony structure is. So in the beginning, you have a D minor, going to G minor, an A7, which is a little unusual because it's not A, C sharp, G, but A, E, G, A. And then what happens when it moves to F? And again. All right, so we want to practice and note that. Note the differences in structure of the melody, the differences in structure in the harmonies. And then we also note things like differences in dynamics. The only difference between this was loud and soft. Loud and soft. Noticing that. Here at the end we had a crescendo. First that stays the same. And then we go back and we say, okay, how can I practice this first line? Perhaps you could take the right hand, blocking that left hand to get the pattern of the right. Did you notice the fingering of that right? Starts out with thumb, 2, and now we have the very same note, but changing to a 5. So this, for you, would be something you'd have to circle to note that it's a difference between fingering. And then we have to get back to our thumb there. So those places where he wrote the fingering, did you notice that's the place where your hand shifts? A place for you to be more aware of what's going on. So that would be important. So if we look at this piece, there's a couple things that's tricky. Measure 3, 2, and then G and A are a thumb, thumb. See how I'm putting 2 notes down with 1 finger? To get that in your fingers, you want to take that spot and think bounce, 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 bounce. Notice that relaxation we've been talking about. That happens in the left hand. Okay, and then in the right hand, we have some articulation. That's going to be important, that articulation. And you notice at the 3rd line, we have the same articulation. Of all the pieces, that particular spot is the most difficult. So that spot you'd want to practice by itself. And that is right here that we want to practice this ending here with a dum bum 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 bum. That's easy. This is not. So you have to take this measure and isolate it. And that would look like 3, 1, 2, 4, 5. Preparation also helps us when we're doing harmonizations, because if we were to prepare the hand for the key, so this piece is in the key of E flat major, if we were to prepare it with, we prepare by looking ahead to see where is something unusual. Here's our secondary dominant. So if you were sight reading this chord chart, that's what you would look. Okay, I expect E flat, I expect A flat and B flat. Yep. Oh, we don't expect C minor. I sure don't expect G7. Expects G7. That's what I got to look for. So G7 is 5 of the key of C. So I want to go to C minor. There's my 5 of the C. So the first thing in the chord chart to do is to play. Scan for your secondary dominant. G7 to C. So think C, G7 to C. You're set up, you're ready to go for. Back in the original key. The bottom of a 236 has Roman numerals. First thing I want you to do for these is to put in a chord chart, and that will help you when you eventually have to sight read chord charts. So for this one, of course, you'd put a big F there. The 5-7 is a C7. Don't worry about showing inversions, just put the C7 there. So what would you put here? 5-7 of 3. 3 in the key of F is A, so put your little A/M here. Go back and think what's 5 above A, B, C, D, E, an E7 going to A. All the way through, make your chord chart first. Then, again, as you did before, you're going to take that idea, start with your 1-4-1-5. The chord I would expect is the E7 going to A. Okay, I look where it's going to. It's going to A. E7 going to A. On the last line of the piece, you have a 5-7 of 6 here. So you think, what is 6 in the key of F? That's D. 5 of the D. And in this case, after you get to here, it's not a D minor, but it's also secondary dominant because it's moving to the G. So it's going to be a major D instead of a minor D. So we have, and then instead of a minor D, we have a major D7 going to the G minor. So maybe there it would be good to do F major, 5-7 and 6, and then D7 to a G minor, or F, A7 to D7 to G minor. Some different ways that you can do that. So what I'd like for you to do is to take away the number that you see because that's telling you what inversion, because instead just write the chord letter. You're just going to write G minor. You're just going to write the
A7, the D7 above your notes to help you with the chord chart. That helps you prepare, so when you get ready to read a chord chart, you don't need to say good luck because you've already prepared how to do that. The other example that you have for harmonization this week is blow the man down. You're noticing we're doing more of these now because you're getting ready to be able to sight read these for proficiency as well. So again, thinking 1-4-1-5-1, E flat, A flat, B flat 7, E flat. And it told you that you had to have a 5 of 2. So in the key of E, F is 2. We look and say, where can we put a 2? Could I put it here? Yes. Could I put it there? Yes. Yes. Now, if I want to have a 5 of 2, 2 is F minor. 5 above F minor is a C7. So could I put a C7 here, going to F minor? Yes. So in this case, rather than put F minor, F minor, F minor, I can do a C7 going to the F minor. So that's going to look like Did you notice that the left hand had kind of a sway to it? You're in the water, in the ocean, and you're swaying with the waves.
So this week, as you're practicing, remember to practice carefully and to think about the best way to practice so that you don't need the good luck, but that you're prepared. Because if you start out thinking one little animal will help, the next thing you know, you have shoes that are animals. See you next time.